One of the biggest mistakes so many business owners make, they hire one person and they expect that person to do both marketing for lead generation and sales or revenue generation, or they do marketing and sales by themselves. Every business needs to focus on two income generating activities to make sure that the business is making money consistently. These two income generating activities are marketing and sales. Now, when I say these are two activities, most entrepreneurs are confused because in their business, they treat marketing and sales as the same thing. So in today's video, I'm going to break down for you what are the fundamental differences between marketing and sales and why you should treat them differently. So let's get started and understand the difference between marketing and sales. Firstly, you need to understand the objective of these two activities is very, very different. The objective of marketing is to generate leads, bring in inquiries, whereas the objective of sales is to convert those leads into deals and generate revenue. So sales actually starts where marketing ends, and sales is dependent on marketing because if marketing does not bring in leads, then sales has nobody to sell to. So first difference is the objective. Marketing's objective is lead generation, sales objective is the revenue generation. Which now brings me to what are the activities of marketing to be able to generate leads and what are the activities of sales to be able to generate revenue. So let's understand the difference in the activities. The first activity of marketing is to grab the attention of the prospect customer. Marketing starts by grabbing the attention and making the customer hooked to whatever you're putting out there as content. So that's the first activity of marketing, grab the attention. Now, once we grab the attention of the target customer, then the job of marketing is to add value to the customer. How do you add value to the customer? By creating content which is of interest to the customer. Now, it could be educational content, it could be engagement driven content, it could be entertaining content. But the core is to add value to the customer by creating something that is interesting for the customer to consume. So you grab attention, you add value. Now, when you add value and you do it consistently, then you establish credibility in the mind of the customer regarding yourself, your brand, your product. So that is a very important activity in marketing, to build that credibility, to subscribe that trust, to gain that respect from your target customer so that you're fulfilling the responsibility of marketing. And once you've established credibility, then the job of marketing is to create curiosity about the products or services that you're offering. Because when you create that curiosity, that's when people want to inquire. That's when you generate a lead. That's when you gain an inquiry. So it's the job of marketing to create that curiosity around the product or service. So the activities of marketing are fundamentally where you need to grab the attention of the target customer, add value by creating something interesting, create credibility for yourself, for your business, for your brand, and create curiosity so the customer inquires for your products or services. Now, if you see, when you do these activities of grabbing attention, adding value, establishing credibility, creating curiosity, that's when you fulfill the objective of generating leads. Now, let's understand what are the activities of sales so that we can fulfill the objective of generating revenue. The activity of sales is to make sure that you are firstly understanding the requirements of the customer. And based on understanding the requirements of the customer, you're pitching the product or service to the customer as a solution for their requirement. It's not making a blind presentation. So step one is understand the requirement. Step two is present and pitch the product or service as a solution to the customer. And when you pitch the product or service as a solution, it's very normal and natural for customers to have unanswered questions, for the customers to have some objections, for the customer to have some notions. So the third task, the third activity of sales is to handle those objections and provide clarity to the customer as to how and why your product or service is the right product or service. And once you handle those objections and the customer is clear that your product or service is the right product or service for their requirement, then the job of sales is to make the offer. And when you make the offer, the customer will negotiate. So you also have to negotiate to close a win-win deal. And finally, you got to, after negotiation, close the deal. So these are the activities of sales: understanding the requirement, pitching the product or service as a solution, handling the customer's objections, making the offer, negotiating, and closing. So I want you to take a moment and analyze the difference between marketing and sales. Marketing's job is grab attention, add value, establish credibility, create curiosity. Sales job is to understand customer requirement, present the product or service, handle customers' objections, make the offer, negotiate and close. Now if you notice, both these activities are different, and therefore the skills required for these two activities is going to be different. Now a common question people have is, Rajiv, how much of the business's effort should be on marketing and how much of the business's effort should be on sales? Well, if you'd like to learn this more in detail, then I invite you to spending 2.5 hours with me at the Business Success Workshop, where I break down for you what is the proportion of effort you need to put into marketing as a business and what is the proportion of effort that you need to put into sales. And when I say in marketing you need to add value, at the Business Success Workshop, I'll break down for you examples of how do you add value to your customers so you create that credibility and generate that inquiry. And how do you sell and when do you sell so that the customer is more open to listening to your sales pitch and willing to buy from you. So if you'd like to learn this and a lot more, then please do click on the link below and register yourself for the upcoming Business Success Workshop, because that's where deeper learning will happen, a lot of realizations and reflections will happen, and we will prepare you to produce the next level of results for your business. Now, having said that, I also want to share with you one important aspect. Considering the objective of marketing and sales is different, considering the activities of marketing and sales is different, and the skills required for marketing and sales are different, one of the biggest mistakes so many business owners make is that they don't see it as different. They collapse it as one activity and they hire one person and they expect that person to do both marketing for lead generation and sales for revenue generation, or they do marketing and sales by themselves. This is a big mistake. You can't expect one person to have both these capabilities. These are two different sciences. So if you're making that mistake, then my request to you right now is to prioritize these two income generating activities as different activities and give them the required focus by building focus teams which have the capability for each one of these activities. Don't treat them as the same thing. So with that, we come to the end of this quick video. If you found value, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you like this video. I look forward to seeing you at the Business Success Workshop, where we go deeper into the difference between marketing and sales. We talk about the 4 types of businesses and we give you specific steps to build a growth-oriented business. See you at the Business Success Workshop.